Hi, I'm Aliza from Vegas.com. I'm here with my body flight instructor, Adam, from Vegas Indoor Skydiving. So what are we doing today?
Basically, we're going to simulate the free fall aspect of real skydiving. We're pretty much just going to hover in the air.
Let's do it.
You really don't know what to expect at first. You just go in there. It's really fun, just the adrenaline. You don't know if you're going to crash into the pad, your heart pumps. You go really high and you're just floating on a column of air. So we'll have you start out on the net, slowly turn it up, get you about head high of the instructor. And then we'll throw you a couple hand signals, straighten legs, bend legs, relax, arch more. And then from there, if you're doing really good, we can let you go, let you fly on your own.
So I definitely thought it would be a lot easier, that I would just kind of jump in there, I would float, I would be doing flips and you know, like wowing the crowd, but it's pretty intense. I mean,
Yes, it's quite a workout. It's just you just need to find that balance point, find that sweet spot. It does take some practice at first, just to be stable enough to fly on your own, definitely.
If you feel like floating on air the next time you're in town, be sure to check out Vegas Indoor Skydiving.
You're listening to alltalkradio.net.
Views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of alltalkradio.net.
Hi, welcome to Waking Within with Cheryl Lynn. I'm here today in Marathon Keys, and everything is beautiful. Beautiful weather. Well, it's kind of, on again, off again rain, and it's rain on one side and it's dry on the other. Very different kind of energy here. So I've been here with my husband, and we've been traveling. We went to the Bermuda Triangle yesterday, which was a really interesting thing.
And you made it back.
I made it back. And I was a little eerie because I thought, everybody gets lost there. But we went fishing, and I got the biggest fish, which was really cool.
And were you the only lady fishing, or?
Oh, no, there was a lot of ladies out there. Yeah, a lot of ladies.
Because if not, that would have made the guys feel really bad.
Yeah, well, I did get the biggest fish bigger than my husband, so that was, and then he had to go back the next day and get the bigger fish.
No, see how that works?
Yeah. Yeah, so that was funny. But we had a great time. And then we saw a lot of turtles out there, like sea turtles. I saw 4 sea turtles. They were really big. When I was in Hawaii, I swam with them before. And they just you're swimming, you're snorkeling, and they're coming in, they're swimming right next to you.
That sounds cool. That sounds cool.
Yeah. And we went to a turtle hospital here in Marathon Keys, where they rescue turtles that are they hit with a boat, their shell is cracked, or they get hooked with those really huge hooks that they use for sharks, really huge ones. And then they, some of them have tumors on them, so they cut the tumors off and sew them up, and they have like 50 turtles in there. Wow. We went and saw that yesterday. That was really interesting. And it's, in Pompano Beach, we were there first, and we went, and at night you'll see the turtles coming up the shore and laying eggs. These really big turtles, like 3 feet big, 3 feet wide, And they lay like 1,000 eggs, and out of 1,000 eggs, maybe only one of them gets back to the ocean, they say.
And that's because of all the animals eating on them and everything like that, right?
Yeah, it's amazing, amazing stuff. But, you know, that's life, and life is an interesting thing.
Yes, it can be, huh?
It can be an interesting. So, who's it that you have there with you today?
We have Eric here with us today, and
Eric.
he's been enlightened a little bit. He's actually, well, I'll let him tell you what he's been doing lately.
Well, this is my third day. How you doing, by the way, Sherilyn?
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you today. How are you?
I'm well, you know, living the dream here in Marathon Keys.
Yeah, I'm on here. I'm going to be a board op to start out with, and I've been working with George and everything, and he's been telling me what to do, and I've been doing it. And
It's all direction.
yeah, I follow direction.
But he's also been doing, lately, he's tried something new, and you've, been 2 or 3 sessions to yoga.
Yeah, I've been to yoga here in Vegas at the Yoga Sanctuary. I'll give him a plug real quick on West Sahara, and yeah, it's really helped me. I've only been to a couple different sessions.
So you do you transcend your body and your mind through yoga?
Yeah, it's a beginner class, but at the end of each class, you're like, oh my God, I totally transcended my body and my mind. Yes.
Good, great. Yeah, that's part of the awakening is you know, when you do transcend your body and mind through the yoga, what is one way, or meditation is another, you know.
Yeah, the last 20 minutes is meditation only. We just lay down, and it's like a cool-off period because we sweat a lot during the class, or at least I do.
So is it good for
Yeah,
yoga?
I know
No.
you don't think it's that hard, but it is.
It's not the hot yoga in the sauna. It's just in a nice, comfortable studio.
Right, but just holding those positions make you sweat.
Yeah,
Right?
they definitely do, and they make you stretch. And the next day, I was so sore after the first one, I could barely move. I had moved muscles that I probably haven't moved in 10, 15 years since I
Is that
played
right?
baseball. Yeah, but after the second one, it was much better. After the second class, the day after, I was only a little bit sore.
Ah, yeah. It's like after you stretch the muscles, they get used to it.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. So do you know a little bit about astral traveling? Have you ever done that?
No, I've never heard of that. What is that?
Well, where you leave your body, you know, we have a silver cord connected to our ethereal body. And, you know, you're not your body. You're the spirit within the body. You know, the body is just a vehicle to get yourself around in,
Right.
right? And so you can astral travel. You can leave your body and, you know, like go to different places and just, you know, still be attached to your body, because that's the point in time that your reality is set forth, is wherever you're attached to, whatever body you're attached to.
Okay, so that's like an out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
Is that what that's all about?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's you know, it's energy. Everything is energy. Once you know, understand about energy, you can learn how to astral travel and leave your body.
Okay, so how would I go about astro traveling? How do I get into it?
Well, first of all, you have to learn, like what you're doing with the yoga. You learn about you know, how your body works, and you get loose, and you get you know, one with the energy of the source, and it makes it easier for you to open up.
Okay.
But you got to learn to get your body comfortable and stable,
Mhm.
and you get totally relaxed, right?
Right.
And you can just, have you ever done hypnosis or self-hypnosis?
No, I've never done hypnosis before.
Okay. Well, you can do hypnosis, self-hypnosis, and just start at your toes and relax your body all the way up to the top of your head, and still be conscious, right?
Right.
And then you could just tell yourself that you want to, you know, leave your body.
Where can I go? Anywhere I want?
Anywhere you want. Yeah. Usually you just stay around the body for a while until you get used to it, because most people are afraid.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get past that fear, then you can go anywhere.
So it's like traveling, but it doesn't cost that much.
Exactly. You don't have to buy a ticket. That's what's really cool about it.
That's great.
Yeah, everything's free on the spirit world.
Yeah, I'm into anything that can relax me or get me away from stress, and that's why I started out with the yoga.
Yes. Okay. Then you probably would like hypnosis, self-hypnosis, because you can really relax and let go of things with self-hypnosis.
Okay.
Yes. So what you want to think about is your body is a whole bunch of tubes. Like the meridian points. I'm sure you studied that through yoga.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's like 70,000 tubes that flow through the body, like roots of a plant, and that's your energy body. And that's who, you're the energy, the ethereal body.
Okay.
And it looks exactly like your physical body, but, it doesn't have any skin. So.
So you'd be skinless?
Very light. In fact, people have said that they weighed the soul before. Some people call it the soul, too.
Mm-hmm.
So people said they weighed it after people have died, or I call it transcended. And they say it weighs about 5 pounds.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
Can I lose some weight on my soul, maybe?
No, you can lose weight through hypnosis because you let things go. And you're holding on to things. That's why we gain weight. That's why they call it gaining weight. Because you hold on to things, so you gain things.
So you're gaining from the stress maybe of life and everything else, so you're holding it all in, and with that holding the fat cells, I guess, at the same time, right?
Yeah, it's all related. It's, that energy, like the atoms, and that
Right.
Your mind creates that, and so subconsciously.
I've seen people that have told me that that they've gained so much weight, and they said I haven't changed anything in my life. I'm not eating anything different. I'm not eating anything fattier or anything like that, and they're still exercising. So I'm guessing more than likely they're probably holding a lot of stress on the inside.
Yeah, mentally they're gaining weight, right?
Right.
And they're spiritually gaining weight because they're holding on to negative things. That's why you got to learn to let all that stuff go. Just let it go, and through hypnosis and meditation and yoga. That's why yogic people are so thin.
Right.
Not me.
We just started.
Not yet. I just started.
You're just starting, but you will be because you'll start letting all that go, and then your body will start getting thinner. I'm the same way. You got to start doing the yoga again. Believe me. And then with age, you add to all that stuff because you start thinking things and you don't want to let it go. So it's really, really where the weight comes from. And your thoughts. So you can also release them through your thoughts by saying, this is one of the like affirmations. You say your name. Carolyn.
Eric.
Yeah, accept that I receive.
Accept that I receive.
Perfect weight at all times.
Perfect weight
like
at all times.
Yeah. You write that down and you believe and you read it like for 30 days, 40 days. That's what changes your consciousness. And and then watch your weight go away.
Well, it's kind of
works.
It's funny that you say that because they've actually done tests on like water. That way they would have like two sets of water setting out in a glass, one on one side, one on another, and they would actually go and say something negative to the one set of water every day, and on the other set of water they'd say something positive. And after a month of doing so, they actually took the water and put it under a microscope and found the crystals actually changed within the water, within itself, that the crystals that were in the water that was constantly told it was no good, it would never amount to anything, blah, 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 actually changed into a deformed state where the other ones grew and were more vibrant.
Wow. Yes, good point there, George. Good point. Yeah. Because, you can create your own reality through your choices of your thoughts. And that's another, excellent point to prove it right there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize that, we are what we make it. I mean, there are situations around you that will affect how you think, or they can affect how you think. But it's like you could see somebody out there that would walk down the street and they could have a huge bill to pay for that day, and they don't know where the money's coming from. Then you can see the same some person similar to that walking by, maybe have the same bill, same problem, but they're happy. And at the end of the day, usually that'll work out for them. The one that was totally negative about it, has stayed negative, and it does not work out for them.
Yes, I agree. And diseases, right?
Right.
The root cause of all diseases is the lack of cosmic energy. So as you get older, this is another thing that's in my book too. When you're young, you have big energy vortex coming right down into you. That's why those little kids have all kinds of energy. They're running all over the place, right?
Oh yeah, I hate them for that.
Well, they're not running around as much as they used to, right? I mean, I heard 1 in every 3 kids is obese now. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, and they're starting that Play 60 where they have to exercise 60 minutes a day. They just have to, because all they're doing now is playing these video games and computers and cell phones, and they're not going out and playing in the in the yard like I used to all day until I got called in at night for dinner, and even then I didn't want to go in. I just wanted to play some more.
I know, we were outside all day, being with nature, being one with nature, we're socializing. And nowadays, kids don't even do that. It's terrible. They're like, not to say even my grandkids, 2 years old, they're on the iPad, playing it. They know how to do everything on that thing. But, I say, no, you can't play with that for only an hour, that's it. And then, they have to play.
Well, it's good to have a restriction on that, though, because, something like that is obviously hypnotic to a child, because in their mind, they're entering that world and leaving their own, and that world is only a computer world. I mean, the world we live in, I believe, is a simulation. It's a hologram. But at the same time, we're living in it. If you're in a hologram within a hologram, you're going to lose out on the original hologram. That's just the way it goes.
And I think that it's the Illuminati, has something to do with that.
Yeah.
They're affecting the generation, so they just keep them, at a
dumbed down in front of a game.
Dumbed down, yeah, exactly. Oh, so what we have to do, that's what I was getting back to, is we have to get the cosmic energy back into ourselves and release all the negativity. And those games are negative too, a lot of them.
Yeah,
most of them
are.
Most of them are killing and death and mutilations and things like that.
But George, don't they have a rating like mature?
And they do, but the rating system is it's kind of lenient when it comes to games. I mean, I was actually at a game store just the other day, and there was an NC-17 rating on it, or the whatever rating they have. I think it's M plus mature or whatever. And there was a younger kid there. He must have been probably about 15, maybe 14, 15, and his father was there. And now he was purchasing the game, and they said, well, you can't pick up this game because of the age, and they want to know his age. He said I think he said 14, I think. And so then the father goes, well, I'll buy it for him. So the father purchased this mature-rated game for his son, which was, I thought, a bad move.
Yeah, terrible, bad move. These are the choices. Again, you have to make the right choices, and within your heart whether it's a good choice or not, And whichever choice you make, you will suffer the consequence, and that's what it's all about, learning to be responsible for your actions.
And it's funny you say that because, people say that babies and people are born as clean slates. I don't believe so, because even a child without any prior knowledge of living on this planet can tell what's right and wrong. If they go up to steal a piece of candy, they will go up and sneak, and they'll sneak to do it, because whether being told or not, they automatically know that's wrong to do.
Absolutely. You're right. Because what I learned through hypnosis is that we're reincarnated. We have had many lives. We've been here before. Otherwise, we wouldn't have all these, like, Mozart, geniuses like Einstein. You know, where do you get all that greatness?
Well, see, and I believe that's true too, because now think about this: if we're all going to the same school, I know other situations can help a person evolve in different ways, but if we're all going to the same school or the same, being taught pretty much the same way, living in the same area, all this blah blah, why do people become so different then in that area? Why wouldn't they all be pretty much the same?
True, exactly.
So we do carry thoughts and stuff from the past with us.
Yes. And genes play a lot of a part in that.
Yeah.
And, you know, hereditary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a good point. It's a very good point. Now, when I was talking about the cosmic energy, when you do yoga, also, you know, that's part of the life force and meditation. That you're quiet, your mind, it puts it in better, and you get it when you sleep too. That's why we have to sleep, because you have to quiet that mind so the energy can come in and replenish again.
It's your own meditation. It's your own meditation every night.
Right. We you know, a lot of people say, oh, you have to meditate. I don't really believe that you have to, because if you just quiet your mind and, you know, you maybe, you know, are working at home and like cleaning the house, that's like meditation too. It just depends on how you want to do it, you know. Let's see. I also want to talk about, well, the beginning of my book. Going through...
What's the book called again, Sherilyn? I'm going to write it down.
Okay, it's called Place 33, Secrets of Universal Truths Revealed Through Hypnotic Channeling.
Whoa, I don't think I can write that fast.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so it's Secrets of Universal Truths Revealed through Hypnotic Channeling. And my pen name is Sherilyn Bridget Avalon, with an S.
Sherilyn Bridget Avalon with an S?
Yes, with an S.
Okay. And how can I purchase the book?
Well, you can go on Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com and get a copy there. But I have a new edition coming out. I'm already revising the issue because I have a revised edition because people, you know, they ask me questions, and so I had to answer some questions in the book because, you know, everybody's at different levels, and we're not. It's like this is like going to high school, and if you're in kindergarten, you know you can't understand it, right?
Right.
You got to learn, you know, different baby steps.
So you're making kind of an immediate or intermediate book for people to kind of get those baby steps into learning.
Right. It's intermediate, and every time you read it, it's like you get something new, you know, because you find you're understanding a concept. Yeah. So you get a new idea and a new awakening to a new consciousness, and that's what we all want to do is we want to awaken to, you know, the 33rd level of consciousness.
So there's like step-by-step procedures in the book on how to do this?
No, not really.
Okay.
It just explains some of the different levels, though, right? What they are and what they consist of.
Yeah, and it's my journey how I got there. But when you learn what I've done, I mean, everybody learns a different way. It's like you'll experience it with me when you read it. So that's what's kind of cool about it. You'll experience the thought as you read it, you know, and what I went to. But it gives you pictures that will be your very own pictures, not my pictures, you know, of what you've experienced. That's why we each have our own different pictures.
I was just going to ask, are there pictures in the middle of the book? Because I like to see some pictures.
Oh, yeah, I've got pictures. Oh, yeah. I do. And in fact, in the back, I've got pictures of, well, I was in an ambulance, and there was an orb right above my head, you know, and my husband was taking pictures from the window outside the ambulance and caught this orb. It's amazing, right above my head. So I believe that orbs are spirits, you know, on the other side, like protecting you or family members watching out for you and all that stuff. Also, I've got a picture of a giant orb right in the center of the room when we did a Christmas picture. And, you know, all the families along the stairwell, and they're standing up there, and then there's this one giant orb right in the very center. So I knew my dad just passed on, and it was like that had to be him. It was amazing things like that happen all the time. You just, like before we've talked about, you just got to watch for the signs, You got to be aware of the signs, and you'll see them. It gives you...
What are some of the signs?
Okay, that's a good question. Well, let me tell you, one of the things, when I was getting ready to write this book, I asked, what should I write this book? And there's, because I did hypnosis, let me give you a little bit of a background on it. I did hypnosis, and I did over 100 tapes on this one guy, and we tapped into the subconscious of the collective. Have you heard of that?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, it's like everybody, we're all one, and we're like a part of the source. Some people call it source.
Right.
Some people call it God, but it's all within all of us.
So we're all one.
We're all one, yeah.
Okay.
And it's called, oh my gosh, what is it called? Oh gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Let's go on. Oh my gosh, sometimes I get caught up in the moment. But anybody can tap into it. It's the energy and it's the knowledge. It's like a pool of knowledge. That's it. It's called a pool of knowledge, and anybody can tap into it, but you have to be open to it. Like you can tap into it through near-death experiences, hypnosis, some drugs like ayahuasca or something.
Like ayahuasca?
Yeah, have you heard of that one?
No, what is that?
Oh, well, a lot of people, it's a root, and it's, people do it just it helps them, they'll leave their body, and they'll go into another dimension. But I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not recommending that, but I've just heard of people doing it,
Is that legal?
It's, I don't know, actually. I don't know if it's legal here, but it's legal in, like, the Andes or, Indian territory over there. But it's a root, and they give it to people that it makes them, and everybody hallucinates the same thing, so that's what they call it, a hallucinogenic drug.
Mm-hmm.
But they all hallucinate the same thing, like leaving their bodies and seeing what the truth is. Okay? So you take this pool of knowledge. I tapped into the pool of knowledge, and we went to these different dimensions. Okay? And there's 33 dimensions. And I didn't know that there was 33 dimensions until I did the hypnosis. And I have 100 tapes that I recorded.
Wow, that's a lot of tapes. That was all on one guy, you said?
On one guy, yeah. He's my ex-boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
So,
Now, are the tapes still out there?
No, I have the tapes, but so I said, well, I got to put this information out there because, it's really interesting stuff. And right now, and everybody's becoming awakening that they're understanding it more. But before, they thought I was crazy, And this book that I wrote, Place 33, is only like, maybe 5 or 10 of the tapes. And so I'm going to write 3 books.
So you have 2 more books coming up soon.
I have 2 more books coming out. And after people are done reading this, they say, when is the next book coming out? Because they got, it's very interesting information.
Right.
So anyway, so we went to the different levels, and I went, the first thing, I went to the subconscious, and they said, okay, you are a misplaced soul. I said, what? What is a misplaced soul? Because everything is on purpose. There's no mistakes in this life, right?
Right. That's like everything happens for a reason.
Yes, exactly. And so it was contrived. They did it on purpose. To see what my reactions were. Yeah. So I was I know, right? So I was misplaced, and all kinds of things happened to me when I was younger, and I write about it in the beginning. And it's crazy things. You'll have to read it.
Okay. I'm definitely going to check that out on Amazon.com.
Amazon.com, place 33. And then I met Angie and Frank. So I asked them, I said, give me a sign. And when I was driving, I stopped at a stop sign, and on one side there was a license plate that said Angie, and on the other side was a license plate that said Frank.
Like personalized license plates.
Yes. And now, how coincidental is that, right?
Yeah, that's totally coincidental.
I mean, it's like it couldn't even been scripted like that. But so that was a sign, and I had to be paying attention to see that,
Right.
That's why I say you got to be aware.
You always got to be aware of your surroundings, right?
Yes, totally aware of your surroundings, and knowing that everything's energy, and it will be we live in a matrix of energy, and everything seems real, but it's this is really not real. It's going to sound crazy.
What's not real? This
This
conversation?
Huh?
What's not real?
This reality.
Oh, okay.
It's more real on the other side. You think, because these are molecules. Okay, we're living in the third dimension, okay? And there's 33, right?
Right, 33.
So you can't even imagine what 33rd dimension is like, right?
No, not at all. I'm on I'm still on the third. I can't get to the fourth. And I got to go all the way down to 33?
Yeah.
Wow, I got a long way to go.
Well, you think so, but this is the place, this is a school. This is where we all learn lessons, and it's like an 80-year school. It's like, you learn pain, a lot of pain here, right?
Right, there certainly is a lot of pain.
And this is in sacrifice, but you have to learn, we have the pain because you have to learn the duality of everything. Because because of polarity, we have duality, and there's always two halves to a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So once you get in the middle of each half, learn both sides, then you got a whole new understanding, right?
Right.
And then that's what helps you go to the next level. So you have to learn how to do that. You have to learn how to forgive, big time.
Forgive and forget, right?
Yes, you got to forgive everything and everyone, no matter how hard the lesson is, or what they did to you, or your family, or whatever. That's a big test, right?
Yeah, that's definitely troublesome there. That's one of the hard ones.
That's one of the hard ones, but that's what we have to do. And then if you don't, then you got to come back and you have to do it all over again.
Wait, you have to start all over again at that step?
Yes, yes. And usually you do it with the same people. Usually the same souls. You guys have like an agreement, and you say, okay, I'm going to teach you this. I'm going to help you. I'm going to be the really bad guy, but you guys are really good friends on the other side. They just agreed to be the bad guy for you.
Right, right.
And then you got to learn a lot about pain. I mean, it's a lot of suffering here, pain and suffering. But if you learn to sacrifice, that's the key thing.
Sacrifice how?
Just everything, sacrifice. Sacrifice, like give things up. Like, like Jesus, he did the ultimate sacrifice, his life, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just saying. That's what he was just showing people, you have to, like sacrifice, give to others. What is sacrifice? A lot of people are selfish. They don't want to give. Because, why? Because it's a sacrifice.
Right. They just want to receive. They don't want to give.
Yeah. So you got to learn to give, all the time. All the time giving is good. Okay, those are base and fear. You have to learn how to face fear head on, disappears, and know that everything is about love. These are the things that you learn. Right? And if you learn about energy, that's really good too. It'll help you get along further.
Yeah, energy is definitely important. I bring a lot of energy to the table every day, you know, and if I didn't have the energy, I just would be all slowed down, you know?
Yes, I know. I do. So I met Angie and Frank, right, on the other side, and what they are is male and female archetypal energies. All right?
Those weren't the people that you pulled next to on the street, were they?
No, that was just the license plate.
That was the personalized license plate, Angie on the left and Frank on the right?
That's right.
Okay.
So I met them on the other side, and it was called, so chapter 3, it's called The Visitation. Chapter 3. And I go in the elevator of enlightenment. Oh, I did tell you about that. Okay. We have an elevator that you go into, and it's a technique used in hypnosis, okay?
Okay.
And we have an indoor skydiving.
Indoor skydiving?
Yeah. In Vegas.
Oh, okay, yeah, in Vegas there is indoor skydiving.
So we have that place. That's my husband and I are the owners of that.
Oh, you own the indoor skydiving? Is that the one on the east side?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I live right by there.
Oh, you do? Awesome. You haven't been in?
No, I haven't been indoor skydiving yet.
Oh, well, we're going to all do that one day. George is going to come, and we're going to do a remote there, so maybe you could try it out.
Oh, wow, I'd love to try that.
Yeah.
Now, is that connected to the jumping one, or is that separate, or what?
No, it's different. It's different. This is like a big fan, blows you up in the air, and you fly around.
Wow.
Like an angel.
So it's actually, like the real thing, like outdoor skydiving, huh?
Yeah, you close your eyes and you feel like you're free falling. Absolutely.
Cool. So do you put like a parachute on and goggles and all that?
No. No, it's a big fan. George is going to have to show you the website. A big fan blows you up in the air, and you have a big suit that gives you lift. So it's a lot of fun. So this is what I did, is I put the elevator of enlightenment in my book, located it at the wind tunnel, and I made it into like a little story,
Right.
So it makes it interesting. And so people ask me after they read the book, they say, where's this elevator of enlightenment? I really want to go see it. They think it's real.
Right, they think it's like an elevator, you come in, you push the button, floor 10 is like enlightenment.
Exactly, yeah, they think they could go to level 33. Well, it's not that easy. It takes a little more effort than that. But you can, like I said, you start leaving your body, and it depends on what level you're at already, because we come into the world at different levels of consciousness. And that's all it is levels of consciousness.
Right.
And they're in different dimensions, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at the skydiving right now. It looks great. George has got it up on a computer.
All right. So you think you want to do that?
Yeah, I'd give it a shot.
All right. Well, we're going to have a day where we're going to all do that. So.
Wow, wait, I don't know. It's tough. It doesn't look that easy.
Nothing's easy.
There's got to be like a technique to doing this, right?
Well, you get training
Yeah, you go
before.
to class. It takes about an hour, and you go to a class, and we teach you how to land, and you could get hurt, if you're not careful.
Right, I'm sure you have to sign a waiver, right?
Yep, you got to sign a waiver. That's right.
Saying that if I don't make it through this skydiving class, I can't sue Cheryl Lynn, right?
That's correct. And that waiver is pretty tight.
I bet.
So, no, but you know what? Most people, no, I'm not going to say don't ever get hurt. Some people don't listen. So, you're a good listener, I heard.
I'm a good
George,
listener?
You're a good listener, George says.
Oh,
So-
yeah, I am.
Yeah, I think the whole thing too
So
is
you go,
is-
and you got to listen to what they say, the instructors, and then you'll learn how to fly. And it's so much fun. Everybody, they leave there with a big smile on their face. It's like a big vortex of energy, and it brings you into, and you feel really, really good. It's like pure fun.
well, you're
I
not
don't know
touching the
how-
ground. You're floating like a free spirit.
Yeah, and it's really weird how I got into that, I don't know.
Yeah, how'd you-
Anyway, it's in the book. It's in the book, tells you how I met and everything, my husband. But, so getting back to Angie and Frank. So I met them, and they completely changed my energy, realizing who they were, because we're all connected to, the source, the energy, and male and female energy. We each have male and female energy in us also. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. So there's separate energy for males, separate energy for females?
Yeah. But we are vessels, remember? And we are the energy in the vessel, which is the body, and you have male and female energy depending on, your lifetimes, what you've done. And that's how...
And that's
How
kind
you
of
know?
like men and women all have estrogen and testosterone in them, just certain different levels.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. So, and then you start out as female, and then you go to male, right?
Actually, yeah,
Okay.
all babies are born female. I mean, not born female, but developed female, and then it just kind of turns gender from there.
Right. So, it's really awesome. Some that's why you meet some people like some females have more male energy, and you think they're a guy, right? But they're a female, but they just have more male energy. And it's really funny because I was at my cousin's house over here, and she has this little dog, and it only barks at male energy. It doesn't matter if it's a male or a female, but there's two women that,
A more manly-like kind of or something?
what?
A little more manly maybe, or...
Yes.
So the dog will only bark at manly energy, not female.
Yes. And it was barking, and I said, well, you have more male energy, and I don't know if that offended him or not, but it was true. And one's my sister, so anyway, so it's all good. She's a cop, and who would take a job as a cop? I don't know. I mean, she had a lot of male energy, I think.
Right.
I wouldn't want to do it. Anyway, where was I?
Talking about Frank?
So, okay, on the other levels, I was going to tell you, molecularly, the other levels are a lot lighter than this. See, the third dimension is very heavy, and the molecules are really close together, and they're very dense. But on the other levels, they're not like that. This is the heaviest, densest level. So we could feel pain, for one thing, feel and love, all the different senses, the five senses. And then on the other side, you have another five senses, the complete opposite. So that's kind of interesting. There's always two halves, remember, to everything.
The yin and the yang.
Mm-hmm. And a little bit of male, a little bit of female, in each side, right? So, when I went to place 33, I had to get out of my body, though, and leave it in the elevator, the physical body, because you can't bring, your physical body in there. And it was, anyway, through hypnosis, and it was through spiritual, your spirit. But even through hypnosis, I had to leave my physical body in the elevator, and then I could go into the spirit world. Like you've heard of a lot of people maybe having near-death experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they float, and then they think that, like that one movie that the kid said he saw Jesus in heaven, right? But he didn't really die because his body, that's what we do, or we can do. Depends on if you're allowed to or not.
I wonder if I ever have a near-death experience, if I can go out and find some stuff I lost a long time ago.
You know, I could do that through hypnosis because when you die, you know, you've heard of people say their whole life flashed before them?
Right.
Their tape rewinds.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens. And so I can rewind your tape and go to that one point in time where you lost something, and we could find it.
Well, you would probably be really busy because I've got a lot of socks I cannot find.
Yeah, well, I don't think I would do that.
So this is kind of like a time machine type of thing.
Yeah. Well, that's why. Okay, so when you go to the other side, this is what I learned. I mean, you know, and I don't know the exact things. I don't know the exact anything. Nobody knows exactly, right? Because you experience everything differently in life. Everybody does. But when you go to the other side, you go for a review, and you review yourself. You know, say, oh, I did that, and I shouldn't have done that. So maybe I should come back again.
Oh, wow. So if there's ever something you did that you really, really regretted, you're going to regret it one more time again.
Yeah, till you get over it, till you forgive. Like if you gotta know how to forgive. That's very important.
And especially yourself, right?
Especially yourself. That's the number one person, right? Yeah. First, you gotta learn to forgive yourself, and then you can forgive everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't learn to forgive yourself, then it's not even going to be real, you know.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about last night, about how you got to love yourself first, and then you can love others.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all part of it. And love is all there is. So.
That's true.
Keeping on that note, just always love yourself and forgive daily, even if it was as recent as 5 minutes ago. Try to forgive and. Go to my website, SherilynBridgetAvalon.com. You can find out a lot of information about the book on there, too. And Barnes & Noble and Amazon.com also sells it. Place 33, Secrets of Universal Truths Revealed through Hypnotic Channeling. And also, I have a website called AscensionOils.net.
Ooh, what's that about?
Well, I sell oils that will help you with negative thinking. So, because you know we all have a pattern of negative thinking.
That can never happen.
Yeah.
I need an oil.
I know. So I made this little vial. Well, I bought the vial and put oils in it. And anytime you have a negative thought, you just take a whiff of it, and it helps dissipate the negative thought. And it really works because it's frankincense and myrrh, which are high-frequency oils, and somehow that's, it just dissipates it.
So you sell these oils too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's great.
You're going to really be able to help Eric, I think.
Yeah. Well, we put on a lot of oil at the yoga place. The instructor comes around, your eyes are closed, but she comes around and gives you a lot of oil.
Right, and just breathe it in, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Breathe in the scent, and you feel much better.
And it works, right?
Yeah, it does work.
It does. It really does. Well, because I wanted to have, I love flowers, and I wanted to, wear a bouquet of flowers around my neck, but that would look funny. So.
Well, unless you're in Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
So I made this one up. Or it actually came to me through, through the subconscious. Because, ask and you shall receive anything.
That's true.
That's what you just got to ask. And so I did.
And it worked.
And it worked. It does. And it always works. And create reality, your choices, and always help each other out. That's really important, and that's what I say. Do you have any closing words, guys?
I'm still writing down the name of the book.
Oh.
I got I'm up to the 33rd floor, but I haven't written down the rest.
Okay. Place 33, Secrets of Universal Truths Revealed through Hypnotic Channeling.
Through hypnotic channeling, great.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you for helping me out, guys. I really appreciate it.
Not a problem. Have fun
not a
back there in
problem.
Florida. You're going to be back here with us next week, right?
Yeah, next week I'll be back.
And live in his studio, you'll get to meet Eric.
I'll
And
meet you then, Sherilyn.
yeah, gonna have all kinds of books and oils for this guy, I think.
Yeah. I want to try the oil on air and see what happens.
Okay. I'll bring some, I promise.
Okay, great. Thanks, Sherilyn.
Thank you. We'll see you next week here at All Talk.
Okay. Next week, I'll be there early. Take care.